Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll take a look at glideapps.com. I'll share my own experience of how can we use it to create different apps. Basically, they provide us the opportunity to build no-code apps, and here we are on our main page. Here we can find a couple of information that we can connect our data, add devices, manage what's inside of the app. So there are a lot of options we can interact with Glide, but in order to start, you can just simply click on sign up in the right top or start for free right up here. They have a lot of templates we can use to build our no-code app, like inventory management app, applicant tracker template, like CRM even. So it could be really helpful if you want to start to interact with Glide. You can find all the templates inside of templates folder in the top of the screen. Here you can find a lot of templates related with operations and field, HR and hiring, sales and CRM, and so on. Also, we can discover all the products. We have the apps option to build apps, different integrations to connect our apps, data, we can import and visualize our data, security options, Glide AI. Also, we can discover all the resources. So they have even their own like tutorial hub where you can find a lot of tutorials. I definitely recommend you to use that. And of course, they have a paid plan, but we can try to use it without paying. So we'll discover them a little bit later and we'll discover all the differences. And if we'll click on sign up in the right top, we'll come to this page, to our workspace, where we have a couple of options. And if you want to create an account, you can do it with your Gmail or the separate email. And here from this page, we have a couple of options. So in the bottom of the screen, we firstly we can find this introduction to Glide, where we can find a lot of lessons. It's definitely worth to see, but you can start from this video and after that you can discover them by yourself. So in the left side we have this menu where we can manage our apps. We can create different folders to separate them if it's necessary. Also we can find all the members, storage usage, billings information, template and settings. On the settings page we can definitely change some information about our account, or we can delete someone from our team. So let's open our apps folder, and in order to interact with apps creation, we just simply need to click on this plus button right up here, or we can watch tutorial by clicking on this button to be able to interact with this information. So let's click on create new app. And as you can see, they provide us the opportunity to start with a template. We can create a basic app, portal, or blank. So I definitely recommend you to start with a basic app template. In this case, you'll be able to find all the features, and after that, maybe your second project or third project will be like the wall app. Also, we can start with data. What does it mean? It means that every single project, every single app needs its own data inside. So you can import it from files, Google Sheets, Airtable, Excel, Glide tables, PostgreSQL, MySQL, and some other platforms. In my case, let's click on basic app and let's click on create app, and in a few seconds we'll come to the next page where then we can interact with all the things. It may take a little time, depends on our internet connection or the server's capacity. And here we have our app builder. Basically, now we'll take a look at the interface. So in the top of the screen, we have a couple of options. We can interact with data. If we'll click on this button here, we can import it by clicking on the plus. Also, we can switch between different folders. Here we have items, categories, users. So it definitely worth knowing. Then we have the layout folder where we can discover how does our app look like, and we can switch between different views. Here we have a mobile view, and also we can switch to desktop view. So on the desktop it will look like this. As you can see, nothing hard. Here we have items, and also we can search, we can add, we can find different categories. so it looks like Notion or something like this. In the left side, we also have the navigation, so we have items folder inside of the app and also categories folder inside of the app. And here we have the user profile. As you can see, we can click on every single part of the app inside of our workspace, inside of our preview page. And here we have these options to interact with their properties. So in the right side, we have this menu where we can change all the parameters. So for example, for this screen here, we have a general and options. On the general, we can change the source where we will get our data. We can change the label. We can change the icon here. We can change style. How will it perform as a cart, as a list, as a table, as a data grid, a checklist, list, and so on. Also, we have the items data. So basically, we have this item right here where we can change the name, description. So we can switch it to, for example, to image if it's necessary. So let's add it as a description. Also, we can interact with different actions, allow users to add items, allow users to edit items, allow users to delete. So we can do this. And here we have these now 3 dots where we can click on edit, click on delete. So it could be really helpful. On the options area, we have some things we can interact with options, and on the actions we can now create your own action to combine multiple steps into a custom workflow, trigger actions in your app with a click of a button. So we can click on a new action, or we can start from an existing one. So here we have different integrations with different platforms, so sometimes it could be really helpful if you want to use them. But we can click on a new action, and after that we just simply need to basically describe what will be performed. So for example, here we can open the link, or we can click on more, we can rename, duplicate, disable, or we can add something else. We can click on plus, navigation, and choose something from here. So definitely this is the way of how to interact with navigation inside of the Glide. And then we can just simply click on publish, and our project will be published, so people will be able to use it. Your app will be private to your users table, so only users from our table will be able to join it and just simply try it. If we are going to speak about our pricing plans, we can find that we have 2 different plans for companies and for makers. For makers, we only have like maker plan, which is paid, and we also have the pre-plan. So definitely I recommend you to try use it on the free trial, and after that you'll be able to probably upgrade it to maker. But if you want to use it for a long time, you can just simply use the early subscription to save like $11 per month, as you can see. And for companies, we also have like different plans: team, business, and enterprise. Depends on your purposes, on your budget. So yeah, if you're a solo maker, I think that maker plan will be pretty good. You'll be able to use unlimited personal users, 500 updates, 2 editors, 1 app, different data sources, and basically you'll also get these features right up here. So hope this video helped you out. Leave a like, subscribe, goodbye.